Hello everyone, my name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. it was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
This was my first association with XLR. I had got a call from Miss Shubha, and we fixed a drive here. Today when we came here, I was not expecting much, but the hospitality was too good. Staff is quite cooperative, and it's like a happy-go-lucky kind of a environment here when it comes to XLR people. When it comes to candidates, yeah, we have got few candidates, and they are all agreeing to all our terms and conditions, and I hope they join the organization and work for us, and I'm expecting long-term association with XLR people, with more recruitments or more collaborations with them.
XLR has been a good partner for us because we found some of the candidates were excellent, and we wanted people with good business experience, not only just the Java or whatever full stack development or whatever they were being trained on. They were also people with a good background knowledge, and whom we have really shortlisted, and we assume that they are going to make a good career in BusyBrains.
XLR arranged our placements for the BusyBrains company. I felt good. I hope that it will be positive for us and change our lives in IT sector. So thank you, XLR.
Hi, my name is Revant. I joined XLR's course of data analytics. While the course was going through, the faculty were very good. They were guiding us really well, and they were providing in-depth insights of the industry. We were taught the latest things. We were taught what the industry needs, and after that, post completion of my course, we were going through a live project where we were facing real-time scenarios, and we were encountering all those scenarios which we would be encountering in a job. We completed the project, and we got through a certification which stated that we got a data analytics certification from XLR, and after that we were placed in mock interviews, and they also gave us how the interviews are and how tough they are. The interviews were really good. And post completion of the mock interview, they started placement drives. Today is my first placement drive in a company called Busy Brain. I really want to thank XLR for providing me this opportunity, and I'm really hoping to see much more opportunities in the future. Thank you, XLR.
When I came into XLR, the learning experience was very good. Today there was the interview session from Busy Brain's company. The interview session went extremely well. I got to learn many new things. Thank you, XLR.
My name is Almas. So I'm here to do a campus drive. I'm coming from a company called Dotline. I deal with HR and operations. And unexpectedly, I got a call from Ashwin sir. So he was saying about XLR solutions and the way he approached us, saying that the candidates will be trained as per our requirements. So digital marketing was the immediate requirement. We have gone through the interview process. It was quite excited to see good number of talent pools in XLR. We could shortlist couple of them, and we have given some placements as well, even both for the full-time as well as internship. So overall, our experience with XLR is nice, and we look forward for a long-term relationship with XLR and the excited team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rupesh, and I work with Dotline as a performance marketeer, and I've got about like 15 plus years of experience. So today I happen to come here for the placement drive. Rightfully matched few profiles based on the requirement that we had. I'm so happy that XLR did a great job in terms of getting the pool of talents out and training them, and lucky that we are here so that we got the right match and we were able to get it. And thank you so much, XLR. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, but yes, you're.
Okay. Should we start or should we wait for?
Yes, sir, you can start. It's 7:10 now, almost. You can start.
We'll start. Guys, let me know once you're able to see my Eclipse screen. Okay, so yesterday we had created one more end-to-end application, and I showed you all the entire creation of how I made the one more entity, right? So now I have two entities with me, customer and products. Okay, looks like my database is not running. I'll start my database. And then do a rerun. First, try to implement this on his or her laptop and is struggling and need assistance. I can do that in the initial few minutes before I start with my implementation. So anyone who's trying to do pair programming with me and wants help, so local host colon 5088 I said product home. So when I say product home, it will show me all the products. And when I say customer home, it will show me all the customers. Then why not now create a landing page which can show us both of this. So I can go to my customer controller. Okay. I can create a new class which I can call as my project controller. And I can allot it to that controller. And here what I can do is I can make a request mapping or slash home page. So when I do this, it can say public string and global home. And directly I can return a index file. Okay. So I'll make an index.html. So the landing page of application is always called as index.html. So I come here in the templates, right click, make a new file, call it as index.html. Okay. And in this index.html, what I can do is take all this code and paste it. And then here I can give a title and wait for the script. Here you can give a customer management system. And here you can give the two buttons which I, so here the other you can give a image over here. So instead of this, we can remove all the data from below. And make this as my landing page. So let me remove the table tag first. Now I'll have the two links and I can make an image tag and I can give this image as my SRC, which is my static Amazon We can give a height of 600 pixels and a width of 900 pixels. So I'm making a landing page which will have 2 buttons, and that will go to customer list and one will go to the product list. So my application will load. That time I will have 2 buttons. One will show customer list, one will show product list. And when I'm clicking on that, so product controller will route to product home. This will route to products, will route to products home, and customer will route to customer. Yeah, now this is my controller which will be loaded initially. So I'm just adding 2 buttons over there, one each for customer list and product list, and they will route to the respective homes. Why is this black color? Which SRC, closing the div. Let's save this. Now let's try to hit the. Now when I come, as I've given the route mapping, I'll directly just say 8088 and slash. So it will route me to this page. See, show me customer list and product list. I want them one besides the other. I want them one besides the other. I will remove this from here and put it over here. Both of them together in one div. And delete this. Control S. And if I come here, and if I try to do a refresh, I try to do a refresh now. Okay, 4 buttons are coming, one besides the other. So now I need to do some CSS. Okay, so I'll have to apply some. So this is my button, large. Okay, so I'll just give them the same class. So whatever class I'm giving this button, I'll give this button also. Do a control S. So this is the styling what we need to learn. Okay, when you're going to apply for a full stack developer. So we should be able to know the styles. Okay, now both the buttons are looking of the same shape, but there's a lot of, I need to improve some gap between them. Okay, that is called as margin right. So I can go here, over here, and I can say to this margin right 3 and do a control S. So towards the right, it will increase the margin by 3 units. Okay, towards the right, it will increase the margin by 3 units. Like this, I can now increase. So I can take a other image if I have any e-commerce website, large images. So you want a large image, maybe we can I'll save it in my application directly now. Clips. Download any image which is larger in size and save it in your application. I try to change the image. Home page 2. We do a Control S, and let me see if this image is big enough. Too small. Home page 2.jpg. The application seems to have not sensed it. Let's run and check now whether the image is working. Still not working. Home page 2. What I want to load that image. And so this is the image. I'm trying to open. I've added into my static folder in the home page 2.jpg. I go to index.html. Try to do src home page 2.jpg. Set height and width, it is not accepted. I go to the original image back. That is working fine. So I can just play around with the images. And now if I go to customer list, it routes me to customer list. And now if I want to go to home page, I should go back to the root one now, okay? I should go back to now. On the customer list, I have a home page button. On the customer list, I have a home page button, which should take me back to the home page. On the customer list, if I say home page, takes it back over here. Product list. So the product list, I have not done the routing yet, so it might not take me there. So let's change that also in the products page. Your home page should go directly to your root. That's all. And now both the endpoints are working fine. If I just give directly root, come like this. Customer, take all the details of customer, add the customer display. Okay. I'm just adding test over here. Test at gmail.com. Okay, just need random numbers. Email. Register. So the customer registers. If I want to, okay, now today we are supposed to do the update and delete. Yeah, this is what was today's agenda. We'll try to add the update functionality. It is inserting. If I go to home page, I come back over here. I go to product. I go to add products. Add some sample test products. You can add, it adds the record. I go to home page, takes me back to the home page. Now if I go to customer list and I want to update or delete this product. So now we'll add the update and delete functionality, okay? So now try to bear with me now. So I'll go to the customer list first. So now we'll make one more extra column. So now I'll uncomment this. Now we'll have extra column for update and delete. And I will uncomment this TD also. So this will add those two buttons. Now let's take one at a time. So let's take the delete button first. So this first button is my delete button. The second button is the delete button, sorry. So when I hit the delete button, it calls which endpoint delete customer with the ID. So let me see what is my endpoint to delete customer. So my endpoint to delete a customer is this. Delete customer. So it will call this endpoint. With the ID, and ID is customer.c number. Okay. And before that, it will call the confirm delete function. The confirm delete function will go up and will return, if it returns me a true. If it returns me a true, then I will carry on the activity. If it returns me a false, I will not carry any activity. So this is what it is, miss verifying once before deleting. So it is just trying to access this endpoint, and the customer number will go as a parameter to this ID, and it will delete the record. So let's save. Let's try to delete a record. Let's see if in the customer list I'm able to see the details. So let me share my screen with you. Let's do a refresh. See, I'm able to add the buttons against each of them. And now if I want to delete this test, I click on delete. It says, do you want to confirm? I say okay. And okay, then here we'll have to change the method name over here. It is not supporting delete. We'll have to change the in the customer controller. We'll change this to request. We'll change it to request and do a save. It will rerun the application. And let's come here now. Let's do a hard refresh. I will delete this test record. It will ask me, do you want to delete? I say okay. And again, it's calling that saying customer. Okay. After deleting, it should come back to. So after deleting, it should come back to this one. So redirect it back to the customer home page. So after deleting, it should redirect back to the customer home page. So I do a save. Now let's again try to do a refresh. Now to delete Vinay Kumar. I click on delete. It says, do you want to delete? I say okay. It deletes and that it refreshes back this table. I delete Jasprit Bumrah. I click on it. You want to delete? Okay. Again refreshes the table. So let's try to choose the update functionality. Now let's try to let's try to implement the same for the product now. Okay, so let's implement the same on the product. So go to the product list and now deactivate these two lines. Hit delete and uncomment now these lines. And when someone tries to do a delete, you call which method? Delete product. And then what attribute do you pass of this prod? Okay, as you have taken over here, prod of this prod, you pass the P number. So let's go to the delete product controller, and we have a read mapping. Make it into a request mapping. Delete product with ID, and after deleting, we'll return it back to the product home. After deleting, we'll return back to product. So delete product is the endpoint, and ID is the active path variable. Product list is going to hit which endpoint? Delete product endpoint. I'm passing product as P number, right? So it's the P number. So in the product entity, you have taken primary key as P number. Okay. All good. Product list, delete button will first confirm the delete. If everything goes good, we'll hit this endpoint. Delete and pass the ID as the product.p number. After deletion, we'll refresh the page. Save this. Let's try to go to the, so let's come here. Let's go to /home. If I want to go to the product list, I go to product list. Okay. Product list is not showing a 500 because customer number. So there is a customer number over here used. So we have to use product.p number. So we cannot use customer number. So that's why it was causing an error. Okay. Now it's sorted. Now let's try to go to a hard refresh. Go to product list. Now I am able to see the product list over here. If I delete the test product from here, delete, click on OK, it deletes and again refreshes the table. Delete is working for both. Go to home page, I can go to home page, customer list, and I'm able to navigate through all the pages. Now let's try to set up the update. Let's try to set up the update now. So let's first update the product, or let's first update the customer. So when I will call the update, it will hit this endpoint, update customer form. So it will open up an endpoint called as update customer form. So go to, this is the customer. So go to customer controller and make a endpoint request mapping saying update customer form. Okay. And this will return a string and will open up a form to accept the detail of the customers. Okay. Update customer form. Okay, so what else is it passing over here now? From the customer list, and it is passing the ID of the object that is passed as a path variable. So we'll come over here in the customer controller, and it takes the ID like this. And this ID will be the path variable. And I will take it in integer customer number. Now what we will do is we'll fetch this customer number from the database and pass it to a form which will open that record. So the use case is when I click on update, all this information should be opening up in a file. Then I can update it from there. I will not enter new information. The existing information I will just change. So I need to fetch for this object on the database and open it. So now what we will do? So to find the object on the database, we have a function called as get customer. So we will call this method. And then we'll pass this as a to the form from the backend. So I'll use model. And then I'll say model dot add attribute. And I will say I will refer to as customer this order custom. And we will return see. And we will return to update customer form. We route it to this view. So I'll fetch this ID from the database and pass it to this view by the name customers. So the update customer form, let's take that. Update customer. Copy this and paste it over here. So that customer which I have sent will come into the customer object. Now what I'm doing is I'm sending an object over there that will come into this customer object. And then I will display that customer's detail into these text boxes, first name, last name, email. And then when I do a submit, this completed object will go to this endpoint, update customers, which I already have made in my application. Where is that? In the customer controller, we have the update. This is the endpoint, update customer. So we will call this endpoint. And that is taking the ID as a parameter. customer controller. Yes, that ID is coming. And now the object will come from the front end. So I'll take it as @model attribute. This object will come from the front end. So I'll take it as a model attribute. So this much should, and after updating successfully, I will route it back to the, I will return back to the, after it successfully adds, I will return it back and to the home page. So see, what I'm trying to do is, I am making in my customer controller, for the first, we'll go to the customer list. When the user clicks on the update button, I will call this endpoint update customer form. Okay. I'll call this endpoint update customer form, passing the ID of the customer.c number. Here you're taking in the customer. Okay. So make an endpoint update customer form. So in the customer control, I've made a update customer form. Pass the ID, take this ID, map it to the C number, fetch that customer on the database, and send that customer to the front end as customer to this view, update customer form. Okay, now go to the update customer form. And now all that details will reflect in the various text boxes. Make changes, whatever you want to make changes. And then when you click on submit, this updated object will go to the, and this method should be post. Update customer should be post. Update customer should be a post. So I come here, the product controller, update customer. This should be a post. Post map. Now I think everything looks good. Let me go and test it. Update for the customer. Let's see how it works. So first I go to the home page. I go to the customer, delete, I've already done. I want to update Shubman. So I click on this. Now this all details open up in this form. Okay, so now I have to change the email, Shubman, and change the mobile number from 014 to 444. As I click on submit, it updates that record and reflects it back over here. That is what the update was doing. Okay. Now all the 4 cloud operations we have completed. Create also, update also, delete also, and read also. Let's try to do the same for the product controller. So we'll go to the product list. And when the user clicks on the update product, it will open up this form. Update product form endpoint will open up. So make this endpoint. So whatever endpoint we made for the customer, just make those now. We made this. Go to the product controller and make this also down. Now what is the name of that? Update product. For the ID will be back to P number. Now which service are we having? Here we are having product service. The product service do a get product. And pass the P number. Will give you a product. Map this P1 to a product and send it to the endpoint update product form. Now this view is not there. Create this view. Okay. So, update product form. Just take the update customer form. Paste. Here you can just say create product now this is update product. And now what are the four attributes which we had for the products? So go to the product class, these four attributes. So come back to update product form and paste that over here. So first is product name. What is the variable for that? Product name and product name. Set enter product name. Second one is product category. Third is product color. Product color is done. And last is product price. And when he clicks on submit, it goes to this endpoint, which is that update customers, which is the endpoint for that over here in the product controller. Update product. Okay. So the product form, creating which endpoint? Update product pass the ID. ID should be passing the product as how From the product controller, we are passing the product as product. So when we go to the update product form, this should be product, and this should be product dot p number. Okay. And method is using post. Let me check. Let's use put and check. Just checking put and checking if it is works fine or not. It looks good to me. So from the product list, when I click on the update, it goes to update product form. It passes the product dot p number. So where is the product controller? It goes to update product form, and ID comes as p number. We search for the p number on the product and associate with the product into the update product form. Update product form, that product will be referred to as product. So that product which I have sent referred to as product, and ID is product dot p number. And then here I'm changing all the product name, category, color, and price. And when I click on submit, it goes to the update product. Action is update product and ID is passed. I go to update product, then what is the update? And here now I go to update product. It doesn't come as a preferred body, but as a model attribute. Okay. So for the model attribute, product and new values. Yes. Let's save and check that everything is fine. Let's me know when you are able to see my screen. So I come here, I go to the slash home, then I go to product list, and I want to update this t-shirt. I click on it. From white, I want to change it to black. I do a submit. Okay, it also is not supporting a put. We'll have to go to the update product form and change this to and then go to the product controller and update this to now it should work. Now it should work. I do a home to the product list. This is t-shirt. I go to update. I change this into a trouser. I change this into black. And I do a submit. What happened? Product record. Okay. Again, we have to route it after update. Again, we have to redirect it back to the products home page. So that was what it was spent. Now let's try to go to product list. See, it is updated. I change this pen drive from red. I change it to black and red. Do a save. Changes from red to black and red. All the endpoints are working perfectly for all your both the entities. I'll just try to push this code on the net so that you all can have access to it immediately. Okay. So let me push this code to the GitHub. I have pushed the code on the GitHub. So those who are online can just check it, refresh it. Okay, let's take a 2-3 minutes break over here and then we'll assemble again and we'll try to discuss the further use cases. Hey guys, I'm back. So this much use case we have tried to apply, but now in our project we'll have to do some documentation part also. Maybe your guide that I've discussed with you all as to what documentation you all need to prepare. So that will have all the ER diagrams and the data flow diagram, the UML diagrams. Okay. So tomorrow at the end of the session, I'll share some sample project report with you all, which will be a good reference point for you all, and you all can use that as a reference point to make your project report, because you have to show the software as well as the project report. Both needs to be done. So now one more feature which I feel a lot is used in the projects is security. We haven't discussed that yet. Very important aspect in our software development, that the software should be secured. So let me know once you are able to see my paint screen. Okay, so we have to discuss security also as a very important topic. So what happens in security is we have two main topics in security: authentication and authorization. These two terminologies we have. They sound very ambiguous, okay, but they have a lot of discrete difference between them. Very visible difference between both of them as to what is authentication and what is authorization. So let me give you all a real world example to explain what is authentication and what is authorization. Let's say there is a customer who has made a booking for a stay in a hotel, in a 5-star hotel. The customer has made a booking. So this is the customer who has a booking for a 5-star hotel. So the evening which he wants to check in, he goes to the 5-star hotel. So a very big campus the hotel has. So at the entrance there will be a receptionist. Then there will be some rooms. Then there will be some dining area. Then there will be a gymnasium, swimming pool, lots and lots of other services also will be in the gym. Okay, so this is the reception area. And this is the room. This is the dining area or the restaurant. Okay. This is the gymnasium, gym, and this is the swimming pool. So this customer walks up to the receptionist and tells the receptionist that I have a booking for a particular day. The receptionist will ask, can I see the booking ID? So the customer will present the booking ID. He might show a hard copy or he might show a soft copy on the phone. So the booking ID is 123. The receptionist will punch the booking ID on her system and she will say this booking is made under the customer name Alice. So can I have your ID proof to authenticate? So Alice will give her Aadhaar card. and she will say, okay, everything looks good, authentic, your customer. And then she says, okay, we have sent an OTP on the registered mobile number. Can you please share the OTP? So if Alice is a genuine customer, she will be able to share the OTP. So once Alice shares the OTP, then the receptionist will say, okay, Alice, welcome. And she will hand over the keys to the room that you can go to. So if she gives room number 404, she says, you can go to the room number 404, your stay will be over there. So Alice will take her luggage and Alice will directly go to room number 404 and stay there. If let's say some other person tries to enter the hotel on behalf of Alice, so the receptionist will ask, can I have the booking ID? They will say 123. So she will ask, can I have the Aadhaar card? So if the person is not able to present the Aadhaar card, valid Aadhaar card, so he will not be allowed entry into the hotel. He will be sent back. Okay, if let's say Alice has lost her bag, and in that bag her printout of the booking ID was there and the Aadhaar card was also there. So this person gets hold of this bag. So in that he has the booking ID also and the Aadhaar card also. So if he tries to show the Aadhaar card, then she will say, okay, a OTP has been sent to your registered mobile number. Can you share the OTP? Now this person will struggle to share the OTP. So this person will not be let into the hotel because he is not a genuine customer. He is a false customer. So what task the receptionist is doing? That task is called as authentication. We have to first authenticate the user. And most of the application to authenticate the user, they use a form-based authentication. So what is form-based authentication is, to use the application, you have to open up a login form. And in this login form, you have to enter your valid credentials. So you have to enter your user ID and you have to enter your password. Okay, so let's say we designed a form like this. We'll ask for user ID and password. So those who are genuine customers of this application, they will enter the user ID and password properly. ABC, ABC. And they will be granted access to the software because authentication has been successful. If a person who is not a registered user and tries to enter any random password, he will not be allowed access and his authentication will fail. So at the use of the application, in the form, whatever we enter, that is called as authentication. So Alice has cleared the authentication stage. Now Alice is staying in the room because she is successfully authenticated. Okay, it's evening time and Alice wants to go to the gym. So she packs her bag and she goes to the gym. Now there is some security guard outside the gym over here. So he will say, can I have your booking ID? Alice will say 123. The security guard will enter the booking ID in his computer and will say, the booking which you have made is a entry level booking, very basic level booking. And in this booking, you can have only access to the room and your dining area. Apart from these two services, rest all the other services are chargeable. So if you want to access the gym, you have to pay a one-time entry fee of 1,000 rupees. Alice says, no, I don't want to pay that. So Alice will not be given access to the gym. Even though she is authorized, even though she is authenticated, but here she is not authorized to access this service. So even though the customer at times is authenticated, but he still has only limited access to the application. After authentication, it doesn't mean that you can access all part of the application. You still have your restrictions. So if you have taken a Netflix subscription and you have taken for phone only, So you can only watch those movies or those web series on your phone. If you try to log in through your television and try to watch these, it will not work. Why? It will say authorization failed. So even though I am a genuine Netflix subscriber, I am authenticated, but authentication doesn't mean that you can have access to all the services. You still have to have, so we can restrict the user to what all services he can avail. If the owner of this hotel comes in, if the owner of this hotel comes in, the receptionist will identify, okay, he is the owner. So she will authenticate him that owner has come. Now this owner, he can have access to all parts of the hotel. So he is authorized to access all the services. But customers, based on their subscription, we will restrict their usage. So depending on that, the authorization will be assigned. Okay, so now I hope there is a clear difference between these two terms, authentication and authorization. Okay, let me give one more example now, a programming example. This was a real world example. Let's say we have a HOD of a department and we have a subject teacher of a department. Okay, so we have two faculties. Subject teacher is there and HOD. So multiple subject teachers, they report to the same HOD. So if HOD wishes, she can add a subject teacher. So if HOD wishes, she can go and hit the endpoint, add subject teacher. She can also hit the endpoint, delete subject teacher. Okay. She can also check the leaves of subject teacher. What are the planned leaves? So check subject teacher planned leaves. And on what days the subject teacher is going on a leave. So she has access to all these. Now, can the subject teacher add another subject teacher? No. So even though she is a legitimate user of the software, but she doesn't have access to these endpoints. Neither can a subject teacher delete another subject teacher. She cannot even do this also. And one subject teacher cannot check the leaves planned by other subject teacher. Only the HOD can. This subject teacher can only see her own stuff. So she can only see her self profile. Okay. She can see her own profile. That endpoint access she has. She can apply for leave. That access she has. Okay. But apart, so we will restrict the usage of the endpoints depending on the role. So if the role is HOD, will have a wider access. If the role is subject teacher, will have a comparatively narrower access. If in a shop, if we take, we have the shop owner and we have the shop salesman. Now, do these two enjoy the same privilege? The shop owner can do all the operations, whether it is creating an inventory, viewing, that is reading the inventory, updating the inventory, and deleting. And he can do all the operations. All the CRUD operations privilege has been assigned to the owner. But salesman, so all the C, R, U, D, all the endpoints access has been assigned to the owner. But to the salesman, I'll limit the access that you can create and read. Okay, you can create and read, but if salesman tries to update, we will throw a 403 forbidden. Okay, so C allowed to him also, and allowed to him also, you not authorized. So salesman does not have authority to update any inventory, neither does it have the authority to. So from the word authority, this has come authorization. What happened? So the owner can do C R U D, and the salesman can only do a C and R. So to add this feature, we have to add security to our application. This is our next module. This is very much in demand and very much asked in the industry as well as in the project. So now let's try to implement that. So let me know once you are able to see my Eclipse. I'll switch to my Eclipse. Okay. So to add security, first thing first, what we have to do is we will have to add a dependency for security. So if I go to my this form XML, search for the security dependency. So starter web, starter test, Java connector, starter Jira JPA, dev tools, timely, security. So take this dependency. Okay, I'll be adding it to the project. So you can take it from GitHub from my folder. So add it to our application form XML. Go to the end. The dependencies come here. Right click and paste. Save. So you'll see towards the bottom right, you'll see some progress bar buffering. They are adding all those dependencies. So let it add that dependency. It will take some time. Okay, so this adding dependencies will take some time. It's a heavy dependency of security. So normally it takes time to add those dependencies. Just let's wait till the dependencies get added. I have pushed the code onto GitHub. So anybody who is practicing parallelly with me can get the dependencies from there. Okay, so let's wait for some time till the dependencies. It downloads all those files from the internet and adds it to our project. That is called as adding dependencies. Security is a very big package, so it is downloading a lot of files. Then let's taking some time to download the dependencies. If you all have any questions, you all can ask on voice or on the chat, whatever you all feel appropriate. Same for the YouTube guys. Join through YouTube. Yeah, now the dependency seems to have completed. So now what happens is, now whenever we add a dependency, we need to do a project clean. So go to the project clean, choose your project and clean the project. After a dependency, always try to clean your project. Done. And now if you observe, let's restart the application now. So what it will do is, Spring Security will give you a form-based authentication by default. So it will paste a user ID and password. It will paste a password on the console. Whenever you run the application, it will paste you a you observe the console, it will paste some password. It will paste some password over here. So you have to copy this password. And now whenever you try to hit any endpoint, that will be first intercepted by the login form. So is my screen visible to you all? So now when I try to hit enter, see, it gets intercepted by the login form. So unless and until I log in successfully, it will not allow me to access the endpoint. So the default username is user, and the default password is the one which I copied from the console. So if these two are matching, then my authentication will be successful and it will allow me to sign in and it will show me the home page. Okay, it will allow me to sign in and it will allow me to show the home page. And it also has a logout button. So after the work is done, you can do a slash and slash logout. You'll reroute again back to the login form. The logout will again log you route to the login form. So here if I enter the incorrect details, so if I enter any random details, okay, so this will give me bad credentials because my username and password does not match. So if I say now, it says bad credential and it is not allowing you to access the end. Even if I try to hit slash over here that I want to go to the root endpoint, I was able to access it all this while because I had not added security. So after adding security, if I try to hit, it says you have to first authenticate yourself. The default username is user and the default password is the one which is on the console. So we have to enter that and then only it will allow you to access the application. Okay, these buttons are touching the black bar. If you want to bring them down, you can set a margin top. So we are on which page? This is the home page. So like this, you can improve your UI. So you can go to the index. This is the landing page, right? In the HTML. So here you have the two buttons over here. Okay, you can style your own buttons also, guys. So if you are comfortable, see, if I remove this class, over here, if I remove all these classes, so the button will revert to its default appearance. The button will revert to its default appearance, and this is how the button will look like. See. So now if you want to make them proper buttons, then you can make your own customized class also. So you can say my, okay, let's say my button. Okay, so whatever name you can give to the class, my customer management system button. So now you can make your own class, and now you have to style this class by yourself. So we have to take this class name, and in our pages head, we have to write a style tag there. Okay, this is how you write your CSS. So which class am I targeting? I'm targeting for class this. Okay, I'll split my screen into two halves so that you all can see the difference what I'm doing. So, okay, and here. So see, now I'm targeting. So now if I want the background color of this to be a different color, say I want this background color to be red. So I will just say background color colon, and if I give red over here and do a control S, and then do a control S over here and do a refresh, see the background color turns red over here. So you can style your, or you can make your own UI interactive. Okay, now the color of the font is coming in blue color. If I want that font to be in white color, so I can just say color. And if I say white, control S and refresh. Okay. Okay. So now I don't allow if, let's say I want some gap between these two buttons. Okay. So that is called as margin. Okay. So if I give a margin over here, directly margin, and say 10 pixels. So it will give a gap from top, left, bottom, right of 10 pixels. I do a save over here. Control S. I do a refresh. See, just giving me a gap of 10 pixels from both the sides. Okay. If I want to increase the gap inside the button, that is called as padding. So margin is called as the gap outside your component, and padding is called as a gap inside your component. So now see, this customer is very close to the border. If I say padding, and if I say padding, here semicolon for the next time. And if I say padding of 10 pixels and do a control save, and refresh over here. See. Now these borders look pretty sharp. I wanted rounded borders. So you can say border radius. So give a semicolon, and you can say border radius, and maybe you can say 5 pixels. The 5 pixel will become a bit rounder. So control S. I do a control S, and as I do a refresh, you observe the borders will become a bit round. Got it? So all that which we can do from ready-made, we can style them all together also. I want the font family of this to be Arial. So I can say font family, and I can say Arial. As I do a control S and do a refresh over here, the font changes to Arial. If you want the font to be a little bit bigger, then you can say font weight. Font weight. You can check the font weight and you can make it bold. As I do a control S, as I do a refresh, see. Okay. So these all settings you can customize whatever. Okay. So if I hover on this button and you want some other effect, so you can use the pseudo classes like my button colon. If I hover over it, then what you want. Okay. So then if you want the background color to be a bit darker, if you want now, see if I hover anything, nothing happens. The text color is changing from white to, okay. So when I hover, I don't want the text color to change. I want the color to be white only. Now I can see over here. So if someone hovers on this class, the text color will not change. Save and refresh. See, text color is not changing. And I don't want that underline also. Okay. So what is that called as? Font style and italic, oblique, normal. That is called as font decoration, I guess. Font. If you want to remove the underline, you can check that. And I want the background color to be a bit darker. 1 second, guys. One second, can I just join you? You know, you can mark your attendance. Sir has shared the attendance link. You can mark your attendance meanwhile. When how to remove the underline. Okay, so let's chat GPT this. How to remove the underline from a text using CSS. So it is called as text decoration. It is called as text decoration none. Okay, so I just resorted to chat GPT. I'll just share my split screen. I just said how to remove the underline from text using CSS. It says text decoration none. So here we will use that then. Okay, so now as I take my mouse over there, when I on hover, I will say on hover, make the text decoration as none and make the back. Okay, now first let's check whether this is working. You're able to see my split screen, right, guys? I'm sharing both the code and the UI together. I do a save, I do a refresh. See now when I hover the mouse, nothing happens. And let's make this font a bit button to a bit darker color. So we can say BGC and we can make a color of RGB also. And we can pass our own flavor of red color. Yes, Bhanu sir has shared the attendance link. We will share again in some time. So periodically, after every 5 minutes, sir will keep on sharing the attendance link. So just hang on. Okay. So background color, if I want to give a RGB, dark color RGB. So 55 of red. And let's say something like this. This is very light. It's very light. So I want further dark color. That will become very only red. That will become only red. Here you don't have much of a option with the. You have to go to custom color. Okay, you have custom colors over here. So let's go to some. Let's choose red color and let's choose some darker colors in red. Okay, let's choose this color. Add custom color and let's take this color. Okay. Now I have chosen a darker color red. You can choose another color if okay. This all you can plug and play. 1 second. So you can just choose the palette and then choose whatever color you want to choose on the palette. Okay, let's not be a bit fussy and let's take a simple color. Okay. Let's take this brown color only as of now. So let's take this brown color and okay. So when I go and hover the mouse on the button, see what will happen. Do a refresh. It will change the background color of the button like this. So these all effects you all can try and practice. And this will go for all the buttons. See, it will happen for all the buttons. It happen for all the buttons which you are making because they all are associated with the same class. So they are all associated with the same class. So to whomever you will add this class. So below, let's say if I go to add customer list now. And now this add customer is not showing that. Now what to do? So to make this add customer list also having our same effect, what we can do is we can copy this code of CSS and put it into a CSS file and then add that file to our application. Or simply what you can do is just take the style. Okay, just take the style and copy it in. This is which page? Customer home. So customer home is the customer list. Paste this code over here inside the head. And now to this button, search for this button. Where is this add customer button? You can just do a Control F and say add customer Yeah, you get it. Okay. So this is that button. This is that button. Add custom. So this is being giving this class. So I will remove this class from here. Now as I do a save and as I do a refresh, see all settings are gone, and we'll add our class which we had made. So what was that class name? My button CSS. Just copy this name and go to the customer list and just add this my button CSS. Do a control S and do a refresh. See. But also get the same effects and same settings. So like this, you can also try to improvise and work on your CSS also. That will be a very big advantage to you all. So when you all sit for the interview, you can tell the interview that I have substantial knowledge of front end also and back end also. And those guys who are into creative field, into designing field, for them it is even more interesting. They will enjoy this designing part even more. They might not enjoy the coding part that much, but they will enjoy the designing part. So you can also design the table also differently. All that goes. So using Bootstrap 4.0.0. So it has an official website. You can use that. So you can go to Bootstrap tables. Go to tables. Which version do you want? You want 4.4.0. So all you want is just search for a particular theme of table you are looking for. So just search for a particular theme. What are you looking for? Tables. So just search for tables over here. And now, if you want a table to look like this, simple, or you want the table to look like this dark theme, what you can do, make the table class as table dark. So just copy this class and add it to the table tag. From here, go to the application and search for the table tag. Here, just replace this. Replace the class. Replace the class of that with table strip to table dark. Now I do a control S. This is the customer list I have changed. Customer list I have changed. I come here and check the customer list and see it has become dark. Customer table has become dark like this. So this is all up to your trial and practice. You have to keep on continuously upgrading your skills, guys. Try to add new thing on your resume. So if you are now can do this design, then you can add CSS to your resume. And you can say, I know CSS. So you can just experiment with all your tables. Amar sir, students are asking for attendance sheet. I am not able to copy from here. Okay, I am able to copy. Here, I have shared the attendance sheet. I share it with everyone. So now you can just explore this. So whichever tables you like. So if you want to scroll down, if you like this table, that the heading should be dark and the data should be in non-dark. So you can take this table, only the heading, make it as dark. So revert back to the class table. So revert it back to simple. And when you write the heading, only that much part you just make the dark. Okay. Rest all remains the same. So now let's try to refresh our table and check now. Now see what heading becomes dark and rest of the data is the same. Okay. So just try to search for this templates and try to implement in your application. Further also, so it is giving all the other tables like this. It gives you various samples. This much is sufficient. Then you can add colors also. So if you want your tables to be of a particular color, you can use that also from here. See, just giving you. If you want your headings to be of blue color or any other color, that also you can choose. Okay. So if I say the table row, I want a primary, which is the primary color? Primary color is blue. If you want to your tables to be in blue color, so you can take this table rows and say when you make the table tr, just say class equals to background primary and see what happens. So for all of the tr, when you make this tr, so if this is the heading, let it be, and here when you will make the tr, you can change the style. So you can say you can add a class to it. Background is primary, so the data will come in blue color. So if I add this over here, class equals to pg primary, and if I save it, and if I come and refresh, so this is it turns into blue color because the primary color is blue. Primary color is blue. If you want it in a different color, okay. So primary is the secondary, success. If you want your cells to be in this color, 5. What is the 5 color? Primary, secondary, success, danger and warning. Primary, secondary, success, danger and warning. So you can just use table warning. So all this, just have to improvise and try to, okay, so just take this tr, table warning and check what happens. Every tr class equals change this and do a control S. Try to refresh. Okay, so this is looking better. So like this, all you can play around with your various styles. Okay, I'll just save all this data and try to push it on the GitHub. And tomorrow we'll try to implement the security aspect into our project. So give me some time I'll push all this data and then I'll share the link with you all for today's work. Okay. Just be with me. Give me some time. Yes, guys, I've shared the link of today's task on the GitHub link I've shared to everyone over here. So you can go to the GitHub and view whatever work we have done and try to practice it. So if you go to that link, it'll open up like this, and then go to SRC go to main, go to major project CMS, and then you will see all the tasks. So controller, entity, repository, service. If you want to see the HTML, then you go to the resources folder, and here you will see in the templates all the HTML file which you have created. And in the static, you will see all the images which we are using in our application. So all this data we have added over here. So just you can open a one file. I repeat again, go to main. If you want to see the coding, you go here. If you want to see the designing, you go here. So for the backend part, go on in this folder. Front end part, go in this folder. If you want to go and see the controllers, go to controller, and you will see all our controllers. Project controller, which was the welcome page, like this. And others also you can see. Product controllers which we just added today. All this you can try for yourself and also check out. Okay, so tomorrow when we will start the session, we'll directly start with the security part. And we'll see how we can add the authentication and authorization. So yeah, this is it for most of it for today. I just request you all that you all practice on a daily basis. If you have any concerns, any questions, you can always share it on the chat. Tomorrow I'll share some documentation also with you all, so that you all can use as a reference point, and you all can do your designing, your documentation. The documentation also is very important. Okay then, guys. I'm just, whatever task I've done, I've pushed all my work on the repository for you guys to refer. With any file which is pending, I'll just have a check. But yeah, I guess all good. So, okay, yes, Amar sir. I guess I'm done for the session. If you
Okay,
want
sir.
the announcement to me, you can make.
Oh, yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Oh, yeah. So, dear students, I shared the attendance link. I'm again sharing that. So, I hope everybody mark the attendance. If not, you guys can mark your attendance. Any questions, students? I hope you're enjoying the class. You're accessing the elements. That's fine. Super. Attendance, please. No, sir. Sirija means you're not enjoying the class, or you not mark the attendance. Okay, take it. Chalo then, guys. Thank you so much for attending. No doubts. Super. Okay. So thank you so much for attending the day 4 of this Project Excellence STP. We'll see you on tomorrow. So at same time at 7 p.m. Till the time, take care of yourself, take care of your family. Bye bye.